wrestling season coming around, it's still in your mind. If you don't do this again, tomorrow,
Criteria
next
for
wrestling season,
uninstalling
you will lose 90% of what you thought you learned.
stalemate is just too quickly reached.
Just get things that we
I
know.
guess they want these guys
repetition.
jumping up and down like popcorn in the pot.
We've seen it percentage
That's
high.
not necessarily.
So yeah, just keep coming in. If we could learn wrestling as basketball, and if I want to, we don't have to. You coach a couple of days, you know it all, you know. It takes a long time to get something to be a
Let's see
part of
who
what you do.
wins.
Part of what you do, when it is part of what you do, is that it's just reacting, you think about it. You just do it. Somehow or another,
For the 60s,
you go back, you got to do this again.
He wasn't allowed to stay.
And
He wasn't allowed to stay.
Travis, you guys,
He had to
still
stay.
have no else to do, you know, it's just hard to do, but always have every with you, almost to get you over it. Now, Washington, Okay. Any questions on anything?
I can understand anything you
All right, now, I want to show you,
what they did.
the down position is able, top and bottom close. Because I think they're not working a little bit on it, we can keep working on the part of feet.
Challenge
We
is
can keep working on our front headlock. But there's more wrestling than just that. If you can't get off the bottom, you listen to me. If you can't get off the bottom, you can't win. When you know nobody can hold you, your takedown will improve just a little. In fact, I tell people all this all the time. If you get a good stand-up's the hardest thing probably to stop the bottom end of doing your rib, even though there's a lot of other things you can do. If you have a good stand-up, you know you can depend on to get away from him, your single leg gets better. Why? Because you know, in your mind, you know this guy can't hold me. There's no way he can hold me. And if I say, I'm going to take your chances on the takedown, when you take your chances, you get more shots. You get more hits. So if you get really good on bottom, you get better on your feet. You understand? I'm telling you, I've had kids in college coaching, but a lot of kids in high school coaching kids that you put them to they just work their buns off all week. Going in practice, and just manage everything you want to be. Go through the takedowns, all that stuff. Put them out there Friday or Saturday, they won't shoot. They won't shoot. You start checking them out. They have no confidence in their damn wrestling. They can't get away from their grandma. And so they don't want to take a chance and take a shot, get caught, but they know they can't get away, so they don't shoot. You must be able to get off bottom. I think it's probably, everybody goes takedowns. But I think it's one of the most important things because you've got to be able to get off bottom as coach style one time or another during the match. The match goes the whole time. So make sure, whether it's something I teach you or somebody else teaches you how to gear, but make sure you have confidence in yourself down on the mat that nobody can move you. And I think that the stand-up is probably the hardest thing to stop them from doing. I'm not going to say it's the only one. It's just one thing, but it's important. Now, the whole key to every stand-up you do, I don't care what stand-up it is, every single stand-up you do, the key to it is wrist control. Wrist control is the whole key to coming out of the bottom. Okay? And what do you have to fight? What do you have to have for you to fight with if you're going to fight with? I want to show you something that goes against everything we've been taught all our life. I guarantee you. It goes against every principle we're ever taught back in grade school or junior high school or whatever we start wrestling. If none of this, book will run you off. But when you start thinking about what I'm telling you is that you got to have your hands free, then you can understand why you do it. So make sure, I'm gonna show you what I call a delayed step. I don't care what you call it. Call whatever you want. I call it a delayed step. Why? Because it ain't fast. It's very methodical. But you're going to do what you learn to do. Keep your hands free where you can fight it. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a successful one-arm wrestler? Has there ever been one?
No legs.
I have a good friend that had no legs at all. 2008 champion, got screwed out his third. He had no legs. He has a hell of an advantage. Think about it. What can you do without no leg? Double-legged? Without single leg? Fireman's? Leg, Turk ride, cross-body ride. Hell, there's nothing you can do without no leg. There is a big man with arm, he's beating the hell out of people. Everybody feeling sorry for him. He had a terrible vision. A man with one arm can't wrestle. There's never been a one-arm successful one-arm wrestler. I don't even think I've ever known one even without one arm. I had one finger on his hand. But he would poke the hell out of me with the rest of that video. So he still had two arms. Well, so I'll tell you something. When I'm down, anytime I can, I'm going to control one arm. Just one arm, we need both of them. I control one, and if the other one's holding me, what do I do? Come on, if I'm controlling one hand and the other one's holding me, what do I do? Turn into it. Okay? Okay. Here's what I'm talking about. Work apart. Okay, you're on top. Yeah. Referee's position. Okay, now listen to me, though. I don't want you going home. Just go be slow. Okay, this is a slow move. Just referee position like we do. I don't want you going home and showing somebody I showed you this without being able to explain it. I'm going to sit her down slow. I'm going to take my hands off the neck of the weight. When they say wrestle, what I'm saying I'm going to do is put my nose over there. Over the nose touching the mat. Nose and forehead perfect now, the nose for sure. There's a reason for it, so make sure you do. You put your head down with your hair tight and you get hurt. Put your nose down and slide. Okay, so say wrestle. I come back with both hands, both elbows, so as fast as I can come back. I'm going to catch his hand there with this elbow. I go down to my nose. Now, why did I go to my nose? It frees both hands because it replaces it. Now, this one's already got this arm trapped. Two hands stood. Put this arm, I'm going to hold this one. I'm going to try it. Now, fellas, I'm telling you again, you might show some of you, you might show approach it. Now, we work on this. Because put your head on that. I didn't tell you to put your head on that. Put your nose on that. There's a difference. You do this, and you're going to get hurt with your hair sticks. And then you don't get going. You do this, you slide. That's probably a little better slide than slide. You'll slide. You don't look at yourself. The old canvas matches I started us on. I would never done this. You didn't have your nose saying it all. You used to have a really big nose. Right like that. Hey, canvas match. Right now. Okay, here we are. I don't want you up like this. I'm going to say wrestle. Move and knock yourself out. You understand? I don't want you doing that. Nobody's going to do it. You couldn't help it. When you go center here, they say wrestle. I put my nose on the mat and try to put out her vessel. So both elbows come back,
stay on his stand.
That's what happens if I leave my phone down.
Where's the rent?
I miss it, I don't catch it. The trucker palms up, I keep it always in and I catch it. So my palms come up, so I go in, I go to the bat, right here. Two hands, always on one. Always two on one. Put it to the outside, and I lock my elbow. He can't take it away from a locked elbow very easy. Busy, I'm going to take it away from it. If you lock your elbow, now it's hard. Now, on the other hand, push up. Get hold of it.
I tried holding a lot of times during our workouts, and we could get away with that all the time. I guarantee you that works.
Just get hold of it, so. And I know that it goes against. I'll let you agree, don't you shake over it, it goes against everything we ever taught. I know it does. I know it does. But I'm telling you, you can take a slow man, a fast man, doesn't matter, and they're equally as good, but because it doesn't take a lot of speed, it doesn't speed to. The only fast part is just that. You understand? Well, let's see what you do. Get trapped. Travis, get out. I'm going to pick out some of it now, so we got it ready. Okay. Now, when I say go, now, try to lower your butt. Everybody right now, see how many of you guys can sit on the mat between your butt, between your legs. Well, hey, look, I'm doing it. The reason I can do it is because I do it all the time. If I would quit doing this for 6 months, I probably could never do it again. Because we lose our flexibility when we get older. Right now, this is the hardest, this is the lowest I can get. I said, oh, man. Well, but you guys should. If you can't, you start stretching a little bit every day and doing this. But you need to be able to. The lower your center of balance here, the lower your center, the harder you're going to tip. How high do you think those Indianapolis cars, 500 cars, are off the ground? I think an inch and a quarter. And don't quote me on that, but I think it's an inch and a quarter. Every one of them's the same. But it's an inch and a quarter off the ground. Why? Because going 250 miles an hour around those damn quarters don't work. If you're that high, that would make the first turn. Roll over. Lower they keep them. And then those things they have, push them down low so they stay on the ground. Same thing with you. You're harder to tip over if you're low. Okay, so get low as low as you can. Can't get down on that, then go back home and stretch yourself out until you can't. Okay. When I say go, those elbows to come back, palms up, nose on the mat. Go. 2 hands on one. 2. Always before that. You want one-on-one, it will work. Always 2. Push it to the outside. Now lock in. Now push up. Now, there you go. Travis? Go! Look. Start again. 2 hands at once. Both of them at once. Nose on the mat.
Keeping them arms back,
Elbow back, palms up. Go! 2 hands on one. Now, I would turn the other way. Go that way. Because that hand there may still be hanging on to something. You got me? And when you turn that way, you spin out of it. If you turn this way, it may hang up and catch you. Get it. Go. Go. Hold it. What do you do? No, more important than that. I'm picking on him because I don't want you doing this. He put his head down. He wouldn't touch his nose. I'm blind, but I still see his nose up above the mat. And I don't want that. That is not what I'm telling you to do. Do get dressed. Go get it. I'll tell you right now. I've been in this sport for 52 years. I wouldn't have given anything if somebody would have taught me this when I was your age. several things, a front headlock, we started on them last year race. I don't know how we want anything again.
I've modified a lot of my moves since the Olympics.
I wrestled just like all day, did put 2 strings on the guy that told me to come out of the gym. I was strong as a bear, and dumber than hell, I don't know how everybody did it. Here we go. I want that nose on the mat. I don't care, you can go home and change it all you want, but you don't put your nose on the mat, you're gonna get hurt, and don't blame me for it. Okay, go. There you go. There you go.
Coach, I've taught every one of my kids this move, like Dr. Hughes. Can't get them to do it in a match.
What's wrong with you guys?
I don't know why they don't feel comfortable doing it. I even, we practice it, we grill it, why?
No. Well, we're gonna practice it again. Guys, get out of here.
Me, catching that arm, you got the hand control.
Even if you don't set it out, even if you're here, you catch it.
You got control right there. You're bound to go forward and hit your nose or whatever.
Yeah. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if you, as long as you can get a wrist, can you start from there? We'll go to other positions here. Okay, here we go. Go. 2 hands on that wrist, push it to the outside, lock, push up. Now I'm gonna push her up to my hand, I'm gonna go to here. But this gives him a little better chance to maybe hang out. You know what I mean?
Lock that left arm. As you're locking your right.
That's a good stand. Go. Look, start again. You need to go all the way back to your elbows. Go. Push up your free hand. Okay, but don't start up to your head until you get your hand up there. But that's good. One more time. Take it up low because you'll be doing the same thing. And coach has been teaching you that you're not doing it. You guys are really missing the boat. But I'm telling you right now, it works. Go.
I've never counted you one time when your head was no trouble.
Well, I tell you what, I watch the National all the time. I've been to the National for the last 50-some years. The guys on the bottom, they don't get away, bam. They'll end up doing this most of the time. They'll get wrist control and go down. I mean, there's more of it than you see of other things.
In the 60 Olympics, Doug, when we were practicing, he could get his hands loose and get that leg out there every time. But in the 60 Olympics, you weren't allowed to escape. We had to stay down in the part two period.
My defense was here.
We weren't allowed to escape, because it was called, called like stall.
Yeah.
Get caution.
You get away by the big X and the bad.
Why?
Because you had to stay there. You had to stay there for 2 minutes and
You have to show your defensive ability.
Yeah.
But you guys, Olympic style wrestling, I like the wrestling freestyle, but I'm telling you, they're screwing it up so bad now. Have any of you ever wondered why I have 6-minute matches? Huh? Why do you think they went to a 1-period 5-minute match? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You ever wonder why it went from 15 minutes to 5? Because Americans outtrain anybody in the world. We train harder than anybody in the world. Anybody, maybe the Japanese possibly. But the Europeans, Mid-Eastern, don't train like we do. So what was happening? We were kicking the hell out of them in this last period. Third period. The last 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, we were beating the hell out of them. What did they do? Let's do away with that.
They changed it.
Exactly what they did. They took and made 1 period, took all the other time away. So the Americans were disadvantaged because we weren't as good technically scared of his international standing. He's not gonna screw some European out of the match if he can, if he keeps running. And so, it was all around, trying to beat Americans, I know, it's crazy. Okay, other man. Go. Okay, again, now with that nose on the mat, and when you get that elbow, when you get that hand in your wrist, here, I want an elbow lock. And I want that nose touching. That nose must touch, fellas. Because if the nose is not touching, the hair is touching. And I don't want the hair touching, because that's what sticks. Okay, ready? Go. There you go.
And do your sit-up correctly.
Get out of there. Get your head back. Okay, face it down. Go. Get that wrist, lock it, push up, back.
That's wrong.
Okay, now, do it again. Do it again. You're setting out before you're coming up. Okay, now, let's do one at a time. It's okay. You're gonna come back to both elbows. Go. Get the wrist, push it outside. Now lock it. Now push up with your hand. Push up. Now sit up. There you go. That's not bad. Okay, let's see you do it. You better get it right, you know, Donnie. You've broken this before. Go. Well, hold it now. What's wrong with that? That's a bad stance. When you start like that, the hand's got to be up in front of the knees. There's two lines out there on the mat. That's what we're for. Now, here we go.
It's tough for me, but
Go. Go. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, damn it, if you're that strong, you don't need to know these arms. You're never going to reach down here with one hand and get this arm and do that. If you can do that, you don't need me anymore. 2 hands. Here we go. Go. 2 hands on the wrist. Push it to the outside. Sit out, throw your head back. There you go. Now look. Look, won't you do it again? Now listen, fellas. No, I'm not jumping on you. I teach this simple. If you can do this, and I'm not just yelling at you, I want you to say, if you can do this, you don't need to know this holes. Just got puppy to that. 2 hands. Push it to the outside. Now you can lock it up. Ready? Go. 2 hands. Now push up. Not bad. Little bit of timing. Another minute. Get lower. Get your hips low. Get your legs apart. Get your butt low. There you go. Go. Head on the mat. Face on the mat. 2 hands on the wrist. Push it to the outside. That's it. Lock your elbow. Push up with your free hand. Sit out. Turn that way. Sit out. Sit out. There you go. Sit out. And turn that way. There you go. Okay, there you go. I don't care. That's it. Do it again. That's it. Go. Face on the mat. 2 hands on the wrist. Push it to the outside. Lock your elbow. Push up your free hand. Sit out. Up. There you go. Couple more on this for me. Well, I think this morning, if you don't learn anything else this morning, but this wrist control, we're going to do it again from another place. It's important. Ready? Go. Very good.
better sit up too. That was a good.
That was good. He hit his face hard enough on that front. Might wake you up a little bit, but that holds it not bothering you, okay?
That's
Okay? That was really good. One more time. One more time. Fellas, this is so important. You're not just learning to stand up, you're learning wrist control. If you learn wrist control, fellas, it's the number 2 most important limb lesson as far as I'm concerned. Ready? Go. Good. Other man. That's really good. Here we go. Go. Why aren't you guys using that? Well, I mean, you got all you guys in Detroit. Why would you using that? Nobody can hold you. My God, I mean, I can tell you that it's decent. I don't know, maybe it's a problem. Shingle, did we work on that down there?
Yeah,
Do you have a problem with it?
a little bit, yeah. Once they get down there, they like to install their elbows will pop out.
Oh,
They
yeah.
won't bring their elbow, they'll bring their hands back like this.
Yeah.
Bring it back like that. They will themselves up for their hats and everything else. That's it.
I don't know whether, even though I got my arm trapped, all right, nicely got this third hand on my butt, whether before he can lock this arm out and set, and squeeze it, jamming in here, getting a little bit off balance, it's creating them not wanting to do this whole. I think if you practice it, you get good and fast at it.
You get to sort of balance low, or it's hard for you to tip me over.
Yeah.
Well, see, we can still go for wrist control even from up and down the mat. We can do it several other places too. Right now, with everybody in this position, let's do this a few times. You Troy guys, if you're not doing it, it's going to be shame yourself. Well, I'll tell you for sure, nobody's going to hold you. I started teaching this 10, 15 years ago, almost exclusively because most guys aren't fast enough to come back and get a job and come to their feet without getting something caught. So I just reversed it. Rather than to come up and get wrist control, I get wrist control, come up. We're just reversing the process. I was taught to stand up. School, part of it was stand up is back the elbow, up here, and wrist control. But that was harder to teach than this. So, for the guy that's not real fast, it's not real good, get wrist control and then come up, rather than come up and get wrist control. Boy, you're missing the boat if you're not going to get it. Referee position, everybody. I'm going to start you out each time. You got to bottom to see that silver gun below. See you sitting right down and putting your legs in your head, hold the back so you take the hand. Bring your palms up, elbows, with that bring your elbows in. Again, your palms are going to come back, they're up, elbows in, 2 hands on one, face on the mat, nose touching, no hair touching. Ready? Go. Reach up with your hand, cut off. There you go. This is a heavenly hold, doesn't it? Here we go again. Say amen. Do it again until I change it. Do it again. 3, 4, 5 times. You got this down pat. I'm going to tell you what. If you're not getting this, shame. Ready? Go! There you go. Good thing you didn't break from that arm. Yeah. Don't get to that one. Here we go again. Go! Well, one more time to change. Of course, it's done a good job changing because they're doing it.
I think this could work just as good as right here off the reference. When this guy's running, a lot of times they're grabbing legs.
Doesn't matter. Even ankles, as we show you this, it doesn't matter. That's why when we get confidence in this doesn't take a lot of speed. It doesn't take a lot of anything to grip. The biggest grip. Grabbing that wrist and holding it. And when you lock your elbow, that helps you hold it. Here we go again. One more time, we're gonna change partner. Ready? Let me change sides. Ready? Go! Other man down. All right, let's go. Come on, McKay. Come on, we're going here. Okay, here we go. Go.
All right. Three in.
I do more. Come sit down so you can follow.
Right in.
Stop, scoot down.
That's what's so important.
Okay, that's it again. Remember, nose back, arms up.
Hop ahead.
Two hands on one, nose on the mat. Ready?
Go sack.
Go!
Sack if you done.
Sit down. There you go. Turn the other way. Just in. Come on. Maybe hang on to your arms. Turn this way.
Use your hip to help pry that hand back.
Now listen up. I see several of you when you're in back here like this, you're coming back here. You're here. You know, I never see this hand again. I want that hand to poke his head without in the hole there. Because then I know you're helping this one get the wrist out. And once I get it out of here, now I can lock it. Because none of you are strong enough to reach down here and do this. If you are, you don't need any focus anymore.
And that, then it's better to go straight to here instead of here, out.
Oh, yeah, keep it close. In fact, you almost, sometimes you can anchor it. Just keep it close. Out here, now the guy got, you get the shape. Just keep it close. There we go. Go! There you go. There you go. You can see what I'm talking about. Here we go again. Here we go again. Ready? Go! There you go. Okay. You guys look good. You know, we can work with very true. No reason why you guys want to use it. Now, let's take another step over here. Let's see that I'm in this position. I come back, this guy beats me, come back, gets my ankle. Happens, doesn't it? Okay? Okay, so I'm here in the position, I'm going to go down here. If I came back here, and then he got my ankle. That's all right, I grab his wrist. I grab his wrist. Good. Push down. One more minute, I put my head back, cut off right here. Or I can stand up and cut him off. I don't care. But anytime I get that wrist, I'm going to get it. Guaranteed. Because I know this idea that a one-armed man can't beat you is true. So anytime I can make you a one-armed man, I will. How many of you guys ever been right here? Get a bar on me. You're on top of me. I got a bar right here. Right here. How many of you ever been over there and got right here like this? Huh? Okay, you need to have a double bar or you're a guy. Just try it. I'm in trouble, aren't I? I'll show you something. Here I am, just got over there. I'm going to suck this arm under me, turn it to it. What happens out there? Look at that hand. I can take it over, put him on his back, I can come out and cut him off. It doesn't matter. This Risk control is risk control. I don't care what it is, when you're down, upstairs, doing what it is. You must learn. I think you have no choice if you're going to keep wrestling. But to understand risk control and learning, put it in your wrestling. Okay? How many times when you see a stand-up, every time you see a stand-up, you see a guy flop to his feet, I hear he knocks his hands. Knock him out. Most of the time, isn't it? Now, come on up. Now, fellas, breaking this grip, I don't even try. You know why? There's not a man here that's going to handle each of my wrist and pull over here. Not a man here. Everything's there. Well, how do I know I'm going to pull a grip? I don't know like that. I suck up here and run like the beast. Know what happens? He has to unlock. Risk control. Understand? Okay. This time he's going to hold it, okay? When I come back to my place over that, he got his arm out of the corner, tried it, and he went to my ankle. No. Okay, now I got to sit him down, but I missed it. I'm going to get it. I think I'm pretty heavy to put it up. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now I put it down. Now I can come on up and sit out. I got to rest. Pull my head back, sit out, stand up, sit, right off, right up here. You follow me?
Coach, the biggest trouble I see with that, with kids, is giving back the hand after they pull it off their ankle.
Coach, I can't really hear all of it right now.
What I'm saying is, once I got the hand, it's on the ankle, I see a lot of kids just letting go of it instead of keeping it the whole time.
Fellas, death do you part. When I get to this, you get away from me, I will 12 hours home. But you're not going to just take away from that, and I'm sure as hell I'm going to turn it loose. You understand? Okay, let's do this right here this time. So we're going to work on risk control this morning. Second most important thing is what's the first most important? I don't think you're going to need to run, folks. Good position. There we go. Good position. Good position, number one. Risk control is number two. So that's done with all of it. I don't mean even dead. You tell me. In my mind, if you understand, you're going to be able to. If you understand risk control, you're going to make a good difference on that. Okay, here we go. Look for angles. That is going to start. I'll start down the nose. Look up on here. He does an ankle. I grab the wrist. Now, I push up, and as I push up, now I kick. I don't take the hand off the leg. If you do that, you got to have to do this. You're in. I push it down. Because I'm messing back motion. You sit out and then back up. So always push it down. You understand? Okay? You're down here. Okay, he's gonna go for an ankle, he's gonna go for a far ankle, let's say go. Everything else is about the same as you did before, but you weren't going to do that. But push up with the hand, pivot, push down on the wrist. There you go. One more time. You actually don't take the hand off the wrist till you get your pivot on. Ready? Go. Look, start again. Start down. Okay. Put your face on down. Now grab the wrist. Now you're not going to take it loose yet. You're going to pivot into that foot first. Push out and pivot. Now, look at this. Now, pivot. There you go. Now push out. Now you're not going to pick up moving because if you do, you'll take that money. You're going to take it. Once you grab that wrist, there you go. You grab the wrist and you do this. Now push down on it. And then cut off. One more time. Go. Okay, Travis. Go. So you guys take it off, you're trying to take it off right here. I don't think you're going to. It's going to be hard to take off there. You're not going to take it off until you pivot, and then you're going to push it down. One more time. Go. Now pivot. Okay. Let's see you got that. Yeah, that's what we're not talking. Somebody, I don't know, check this out. Okay, go. Grab it. Don't pivot. Hang on. Pivot. Push down. Now cut up. There you go. So that's more like what you're going to do right there. But you guys are real close now, but then you just keep making it better. Okay, here we go. Go. Now push it down. No, I wouldn't turn that way. Now, in that case there, it would have been all right, but in a lot of cases it won't, because that arm over there may be hanging on to something. You got me? And if it's hanging on to something, you always want to turn it into what's holding it. So you turn that way without even thinking, because then if it is hanging on to you, it's going to be cut off. You go the other way, you're not going to find it out until you don't get it. Ready? Go. Okay. Okay, the other man good? All right. Ready? Go. Okay, make it a little more of a sit out rather than, come up like that. Ready? Go. There you go.
Yeah, maybe when you pivot like that, you're partly unpeeling those hands off that ankle already.
Yeah.
It's just turning your ankle around. It's turning his hand in such a way that he's not around your ankle anymore. So the pivot's very important.
Oh, yeah.
Help get that leg out, that left leg out. Post that arm first, help, I think, and lean you back in, right, Coach?
Yeah. I like when you push the hand off and push it right to the mat. Then the mat helps you hold it. Then sit out, throw your head back, and cut him off. Any questions?
I don't see a lot of bringing the head back, the shoulders back. Often.
That's what you have.
Put the pressure back on him a lot too.
Yeah, we used to practice this right here. Guy would be behind me here, you're behind me. We would be in here, and we practice, but we would get our head where we were going to hit it. Keep your pressure against your face. Then we cut off. Probably, see, a lot of guys won't do that. They let their head turn like this. I don't want my head here ever when I'm in this position. I want my head back. I want to be on top of you. If I'm on top of you, you're going to have trouble doing it. When I put my head back and I'm on top of you, pivot, you don't have a chance at the top. Okay? So throw that head back. If you hit him in the mouth, that's his problem. You will once in a while. You bust the guy right in the face. But you can't worry about that. Get your partner. Ankle right. If I say go, you top guys drop for an ankle right. You bottom guys go for the wrist. Okay. Get set. Go. Hang on to the wrist.
Put that on.
Have that wrist. Here we go again. Here we go again. Go.
If you notice,
Okay. Ready? Go.
Now you're going the wrong way out.
Go ahead and do it on your own at your own speed, okay? Actually, it's your own time to please.
don't worry about pulling it off.
Cover the elbows in, palms down.
Pivot, take it off. Okay, look up a second. Let me show you something a whole bunch of you are doing. Let me show you something. Don't do this, but this. No, I don't do it. Okay. Come here. I go here and you go for the ankle. Go for the wrist. Don't do this. Because the minute I do that, he goes down under it. Because he's trying to lift that foot anyway. If I pick it up, that just took the weight off it. It's just the opposite you want to do. You want to put weight on it. In fact, if a guy was an ankle rider, of course move for every position. If I knew he was an ankle rider, and when I say go, he goes for an ankle watch. Okay, you know. Go. What did I do? I posted both feet. Now I put it where you got it. You might as well turn this. You might as well turn this. There's no way I want to be going to be. But what I do, I posted both feet. Because now both of them are heavy. Whichever one he does, one doesn't matter. The one that he had is posted. So when you got to look for an ankle rider, go. Now, try to do it that way once, rather than put your face on that and beat your hand. It doesn't matter. After you learn it, it doesn't matter. Let's see if you can do that. When I say go this time, push back equally with both hands and with both feet. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. You're not going to start like this in every position. Now you can't do it. I mean, you got to be here or here.
Now, during a match, a lot of times as a coach, I'll say, grab the ankle, grab that far ankle. You guys should always be looking at sometimes the other coach, seeing if he's going to say that to his wrestler. I mean, then that should click into you that, hey, you're going to grab my ankle, pressure back first.
Now, the reason you can go back with your body when he goes for your ankle is that the arm that went for the ankle was the arm that was around your waist, so it was going to be putting pressure on you, so the pressure isn't there anymore. Okay, here we go.
Pressure back.
Push back into both feet. Ready? Go. Now get the one you got. Grab the one you got and push it down. Cut him off. Go the other way. Turn into the other arm. Somebody hold it. It may not do it. I got to take your chance. Okay, we're again. Push back into both feet. That's all I want this time. Otherwise, just hang out. When I say go, you push back into both feet, grab your wrist. That's all.
And on your toes, sir.
Go. Grab the wrist. Now start again.
Pressure back.
Now let me show you something else. Now, look at this.
Pressure back.
If I think this is going to happen, I don't want my feet like this. When I push back here, I need a stick to keep my balance. Here. Ready? Go. There you go. Grab the wrist and push down. There you go. Now now you start feeling it. Here we go again. You start to feel it. Go. Okay. Yeah. Give it a chance. Ready? Go. You move your foot a little bit, man. You can try that. Here we go again. Ready? Go. Yeah. Go. Back up, you're okay, back again. All right. Now, I want you doing this. You think, well, I'm not going to do this. There's nothing else you can teach you a little more about this, you know. You stood up, got off his hands. Fellas, I know we've all been taught to put the thumb in there, break the apart. I'll tell you what. You're very. I get my hands locked. And I do what I'm going to do with my locked hands. I'd be fighting for the victory. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to break my record. Not fast enough. I'll trust your damn rhythm before you do. So go, I think you're going to get up here like this and think, I let the rule go. He had to turn it. Now to turn either way. That's risk of trouble. And you know what? You're going to be in that position more than you'll ever dream of. If you're a stand-up man, you're not always going to get the risk before you get up. I'm not going to fight those risks by trying to share this here. If the guy didn't get it up. And when I tell you you can't pull the fingers apart, you can't. So how am I going to take and pull these heels apart when they're fast together? We're there. Guys, I take it off.
There's that, wrestler one time practiced so much, when he went down, he'd actually hold the hands together so they wouldn't come out and they get caught.
The guy named Clark, Wisconsin, in the Big Ten, took him 3 years to finally catch him and make sure he done it. He got point after point, he'd go down the mat, hold his hands together, here we locked hands up, 1 point. He'd do that, get 2 or 3 points a match, and finally everybody complained about it so much that the referee got to watch him, yeah he was holding the hands together. I'm not, I'm just trying to prove a little point here. Barry puts a hand on each wrist. Now you got to understand, I don't have my surface here, so I can't dirty it. So I mean, he can't pull my hands apart. Can't dirty, see, I got too small. There you go. You can't do it. I can't do it to you either. I mean, that doesn't prove my point, but I'm hoping at least gets it across to you. The terror is, if I got a grip on you fellas, my knuckles are going to be white and squeezing, so I guarantee you ain't going to break my grip. I don't have too many good fingers left. You still ain't going to break my grip. Well, maybe that's just about talk thing. I don't think it's great. But I stand up, you like to say it. And I don't want them down here. I don't want them down here, but what happens when I start bending over? Never been over when I stand up. Never been over, never walk over, never look out when you wake your watch. So when I stand up and your hands are locked, you ask them to do it. That's risk control. Maybe it's not something you can do every day. It'll be a time you can do it. listen up, there's only one really important thing you have to remember to do here. Now, just take a look at my, I don't even have to tell you about this young. Here's the thing, I cannot just drop to my knees. The reason I pull this up is so I can throw my knees way forward. Why? Because he can't jam me over. If he tries to jam me, he can't do it because I'm leaning back into him so hard. If I was here, now he can jam me, I'd have to put my hands down and keep the face in it. You follow me? You understand what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't that fast. You guys have the wrist. I want you just like this.
Keep hold of the wrist too, or
Yeah.
suck you back.
Right. And see, now when you jam me, it doesn't work. Everybody see if you can get those knees way up front of you. Because if you hit like this, you're going to hit here. Okay, throw those knees way up. Pull those hands way up. Throw those knees way up front. There you go. Now you can't catch it. Everybody says, well, he's going to pull you back. How can he? You got those wrists. Okay? Do it again. There you go. That was just a little tight. Now, two hands on the wrist. That bubble comes up.
Get jammed down, you're gonna
I'll roll you down. Make sure you lock it up. So you can't hold it without down. Hey, listen up, fellas. Listen up. Listen up. If you go down and you get the wrist, you put them off. Lock your elbows. Don't bend your elbows. You take away from your reaching. But when you lock your elbows, it's much harder. You're going to put it in time. Now you just don't hit back that off. So don't break your arm. Hey, fellas, even if you don't do this, it teaches you a little bit more. Just a little bit more about wrist control. So every little bit you learn, you put it together. Pretty soon you understand wrist control. So even if you don't like it, just do it. So I guarantee you I'll do this. I'm not going to fight you if you're a grip. There's no way I'm going to fight you. If you're a good wrestler, and I'm expecting to be wrestling a good wrestler, I can't break your grip. But I can sure make you have to break your grip. And folks about wrestling, about freestyle, and you get until they don't have to break your grip. But I think folks about a hell of a lot more versatile wrestling than freestyle right now. I mean, really, I think. Freestyle is so physical and more terrible. Then you get overseas.
You never know what that referee's thinking.
You never know what advantage goes to the wrestler.
They can do some of the strangest things.
They get to be brothers, the referee's off the brothers. Okay, back to picture. Any questions about this? All right, let's do another wrist control job, a totally different position. I'm down, you run on top of me with a double arm, and you go over here, just strap it. Or you strap it, just without strap it. Make it easier in your partner right now when you do this. Strap it just like the other day. Okay? Now, everybody's right here, everybody tries to fight, he's really like, I go like that. I'm gonna pull it under, real tight. I'm gonna pull it with his arm, the bar arm, I'm gonna pull it under me. Which when I turn into it, makes it get deep, so this arm is getting under. This arm is getting under, he can't get this arm out. Even if he turns me loose, he can't get this arm out. So, as I go down, I've got this wrist, it's paid off. Now, I can go out, or I can go across. And how many of you have been down at the bar? That guy right here at the bar. I learned a good lesson. It's tough book this morning. I thought I was a good wrestler. Why? Because my father was a good wrestler, my mother was a good wrestler, and I was a good wrestler. But having a good brother will make you a good wrestler. That's what they very important. Don Stewart. He was a 3-time United States champion. And I just started wrestling in the last day. I went out to wrestle him. First guy I wrestled, I was champion. And this guy was a big player, he beat 9-2. I thought, my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm totally ashamed. But the next week we were going to his place, and I was going to get him the next week. Next week he beat me 9-1. And I decided right there, I better run wrestle on my own. My brother didn't come out there and help it all. Probably the best lesson I ever had. I mean, I had got rid of the bar. I didn't just get rid of the bar. I think she popped metal, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't remember anything but math running across my face. I didn't have any idea how to deal with it. And that taught me something else. If you're in a bar, one more time. Maybe he's traveling now. I'm trying to make it easy for you to learn, and if he's just silent a little bit, doesn't matter. I'm going to take this arm that he has hold of and pull it under me more, so the arm he got inside, it's sucking away from the left, and you can't get free now. Now you got a problem. Now this hand is going to grab the wrist, grab the wrist, I'm going to rotate my hand, take it loose. The other hand will only take loose. Now you're going to lock, I won't take it across. Lock, I won't get hold. I don't care, but you're not going to hold me. It's all risk control. Question. It's a partner. Pick on you guys a lot. You're good partners and you're good workers and you have good balance skills. You make mistakes out of this. Okay, you got a double bar, but you're just pushing close with this. Now he's going there, you go now. You turn into that arm real hard. Now you feel it cut? You feel it? Now 2 hands on this hand right here, get this hand with their wrist. There, now kick that leg loose. There, get loose, get that leg up. Now, turn into him and go through. There you go. Now do it again, reverse half. Hey fella, I'm not going to tell you not to regular half, I won't do that. Anytime you have a chance, reverse half. Okay, there you go now. Get that wrist, 2 hands. Okay, now, almost except well, you have that wrist. You had a bar on the bed. I'm not going to tell you that will work. I just want you to get the wrist and you change it however you want to as you go. Right now, I want that wrist. Okay, now you're going to pull that arm under you, roll it to the boot. Now get that wrist. Take it off. Now lock your
Can I
eyes.
stop you here 1 second?
1 second, you got it.
Okay.
Yo. 1 second.
That's not, okay, I'll leave it. Right at this point, everything Doug said is absolutely correct. He's having trouble with his legs.
Can you get legs out of there?
Okay, now what you want to do is put this leg, lift your hip off the mat. When you turn, take that foot and bring it under the, there. That's what you do. This one won't go over anymore. This is a push foot. Now you got it. Your leg work. I want to put it in with that.
Well, that's important. But do you feel it? Now, how many of you guys, when you were in a bar arm, getting the helmet down of you, would have thought that you had the guy in the middle? You understand? Risk control, fellas. Kind of wish I could open up your brain and just more risk control in, because I know what I'm talking about is whatever you as far as the further you go, the more important risk control becomes. And it's just so important. There's all through wrestling, little places where risk control will get you free or get a score for you, and guys pass it up, and I just don't want that to happen. Anytime you're down, and the man's holding you, anytime you're in that position, you can get a wrist control that will probably get you out. I say probably, because I don't think there's anything wrestling, you can say never or always, there's always an example somewhere, or somebody that does it differently. The average bear, which is most of us, will do it certain ways. Let them in. All you gotta do on yours is just a little bit more risk control. Okay, now you got it deep, now you pull it deep on it there. Now that arm's so deep, when he turns into him, he's got the arm caught. Now take that wrist right over his back. There you go, there you go.
Step through, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
Got me? And I tell you what, this is a headwind also. When you get some of those big Pillsbury Doughboys on their back, they can't get off because they're not heavyweights. They're big fat boys. You're a big heavyweight. You hear me? Now, personally, don't you kick your skinny little butt, you know, go home and get your ass in gear if you should place to stay. Again. There you go. You got